Hello. May 21st has come and gone, and we're still here. The rapture did not happen as Harold Camping said it would. Their judgment did not happen with a big earthquake as he said it would happen. So Harold Camping had called a news conference on May 23rd to explain this situation. And he said it was all spiritual. That Christ came back spiritually. That judgment is happening spiritually. It wasn't physical as he thought. And that we still have another 5 months of spiritual judgment. And the world is still going to end October 21st, 2011. And that is when the rapture is going to happen for sure. It's been postponed from May 21st to October 21st. And that's when everything will end. Well, if you spiritualize everything, you could say October 21st comes and goes again. It was just spiritual. Or you could say that, oh, God in His great mercy has spared us once again. Well, when you do these things, you could say anything. I could say zombies are attacking me right now spiritually. I could say demons are attacking me right now spiritually. You can just say anything you want. Now, these are signs of a cult. Now, I have this very interesting book here, Combating Cult Mind Control by Stephen Hassan, Hassan. And it has some very interesting things in this book. I want to refer to a couple of pages here. On page 59, he tells us about a book called When Prophecies Fail by Fessinger. And this was back in 1956. And he says there was a cult leader, this was in Wisconsin, and they believed in flying saucers, that flying saucers were going to come back and get them, and they were going to destroy the world with a flood. So the group and the leader all got together on a mountaintop, and they waited for the flying saucers to come back and get them. But nothing happened. The world wasn't destroyed. They weren't picked up. And he says here, what happened? Most members became more convinced than ever that their leader was right. Now that's amazing. The leader said, because of their faithful vigil, the flying saucers decided to spare the earth. Some of these things same happened. I was in contact by email with some of the followers. They still believe Harold Camping is right, even though May 21st has come and gone and it didn't happen the way he said. Oh yes, they're still convinced more than ever to follow Harold Camping. This is a sign, a clear sign of a cult. Now another thing, this is on page 79. Of a cult leader. Everything is right or wrong, black or white. And people call into his open forum to get answers. They're desperate for answers, and he gives them a right answer or wrong. No, this is it. This is wrong. This is right. And it's all black and white, no gray areas. Because he has the answer. He knows it right from the Bible. And people love that. They want somebody to give them that right answer they've been looking for. The problem is, most answers aren't just right or wrong, black or white. There's a lot of gray area. There's a lot of situations and things to take into account. But people flock to somebody who says, yes, this is it. This is the way to do it. No, this is wrong. And this is one of the other signs. On another page here, page 98, about the cult leaders. A lot of cult leaders have an inferiority complex and a somewhat antisocial personality. And they crave attention and power. And some actually think they are Messiah-like or God-like. And I think a lot of this fits Harold Camping and his upbringing. We have to be aware of these things. And I think it's going to turn into a cult. Just, I think of the Jehovah's Witnesses. In 1914, they said God was going to come back. And Jesus didn't come back. And so what happens? Oh, it was spiritually he came back. In 1845, the Millerite movement, they said Jesus Christ is going to come back. They waited on a mountaintop and he didn't come back. Helen White came along and said, no, it was because they weren't worshiping on the Sabbath. Jesus did come back. He came into the tabernacle. And the Seventh-day Adventists were formed. A lot of cults started because they set a date for Jesus Christ to return. He doesn't return, so they have to spiritualize it and make it into a cult. So we have to be aware of these things. And you can find more interesting things in this cult book. Now, the main problem with Camping is, oh, yes, he believes the Bible, but and that he believes it's perfect, but he makes the wrong assumption that because the Bible is perfect, all the numbers have to add up right. Numerology. That there are numbers in here that add up that tell us when the end of the world is. But if we look at 2 Timothy 3:16, all Scripture is given by inspiration of God, and it's profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, and for correction in righteousness, or instruction in righteousness, I should say. Now, the Bible is not a book of numerology. It's not supposed to tell us when the end of the world is. We add up all the numbers and figure out creation and the end of the world. It's for instruction in righteousness. It's not a science book to tell us all about science, geology, chemistry. For some, it's a code book where you can look up all Bible codes and find out about the end of the world. For some, it's a magic book. I remember a guy in Bible school. He had the King James Version of the Bible, and he thought that would protect him from all evil. He would walk right across a busy intersection. Cars would be coming through fast, and he'd hold up his Bible. I got the King James Version of the Bible. It's going to protect me, and walk right out in the middle of traffic. Because the Bible is a magic book that'll protect me from evil. No, there are so many wrong assumptions about the Bible. It is not a numerology book to tell us when the end is. It is not a magical book. It's not a Bible code book to tell us all the answers. It's for instruction in righteousness and how we should live our life. So Harold Camping's whole foundation is wrong about the Bible. He is becoming a cult. Once again, October 21st is going to come around in about 5 months. Nothing is going to happen once again. And then we're going to hear it all over again. It's spiritualized, it's delayed, or whatever. I plead to the followers, it's okay to make a mistake. We all make mistakes. But don't be, just keep following a leader and he just keeps setting different dates and explanations. Just admit, you're wrong. I was wrong about this. And just come on back. Come on back. Study that Bible. We offer free Bible courses and help you out. Come on back home. Thank you.